Fresh Dressings 200. We saw Bill Clemens come to grief earlier. He's back on the racetrack. Let's talk to his crew chief.
Dale, what happened? Why, you guys clipped the wall coming out of the turn, and things just went downhill from there.
Man, I tell you, it was just a regular old restart. Lap cars lined up on the inside. Hey, we've been clearing every one of them, before we get to turn 3. We get halfway down the back straightaway. I don't know who that boy is in that number 6 car, and I really don't care. But, hey, we come up here, this is what I do for a living, and, hey, we work hard at this at Burns Motorsports crew. I hate it for Hooters. I hate it for Clemens Racing Engines. There's a lot of people involved other than me. I hate it for Bill Clemens. Hey, we had a good car, and we had a shot to win this race. We'll be back next week, and, hey, I guess we're just going to have to earn our respect.
Great action as the green comes back out. Meantime, up front, Mark Nesbitt battling with the 16 of Mike Herman Jr. Nesbitt in the 30, your restart leader. Herman trying to dive inside. There's contact up between 3 and 4. Look at Nesbitt bring that car to the low side and close the door.
Yeah, but I think the 16 car wants to lead really bad, and Mark Nesbitt is a good, smart racer. He's going to let him go ahead and get the inside and probably let him lead a few laps and wait till later.
In the Serta machine, the 16, that's a Ford Taurus. You've got a Chevrolet on the outside. Herman in the 16 from North Carolina trying to bust his way through and take the point for the first time here tonight. Can't quite close the deal, though, as they come out of 4.
This is tough racing, inside-outside. Mike Herman, owned by Don Sprouse. This guy has fielded 3 different drivers this year. He gets my vote for car owner of the year, I'll tell you.
Well, Herman's certainly doing him proud tonight. Meantime, Nesbitt in the 30 doing a great job. He's from Asheville, North Carolina, the GlaxoSmithKline Chevrolet. And now we see the 16 car of Herman just ahead by a fender length as they cross the start-finish line.
These guys must plan on coming and getting tires.
I guess.
If I had brand new tires, I wouldn't be working them this hard this early in the race.
Not quite to halfway, and neither of these cars has stopped so far. Remember, Scott told us earlier, you must change at least 2 tires, and generally the thinking is you'll change all 4 during one stop during one of these 200-lap Hooters Pro Cup events. Caution again on the Speedway, though, just short of halfway. A couple of cars have spun. The 49 of Todd Hoddick from Lancaster, New York. He loops the car. The 27 car's gone around as well. Some of the leaders dive onto pit road. Downstairs to Stephen Cox.
Well, Jason McClellan came all the way from Ontario, Canada to race at Jennerstown tonight, and they have promptly run over a hose, an air hose for the front right tire that they're trying to change. Hopefully that won't cost them if nobody catches them. Jason is going to take not only a wedge adjustment, but also a stagger adjustment with the rear tires. Now, they say that the car is pushing just a little bit, trying to get into turns 1 and 3 is where he starts to pick up just a bit of a push. If they can correct that and stay away from some penalties here in the pits, these guys should make a really good run. In fact, Jason was the highest rookie in qualifications. He started on the outside of row 2.
Tough break indeed for young McClellan, who was running third. Meantime, here's the other car that spun Kyle Shoemaker, his S&L equipment rental Ford. He got into the wall up in turns 3 and 4, so we stay under caution. And your leader, Mark Nesbitt, in the 30, the GlaxoSmithKline Chevrolet, he comes down pit road as well. Stephen Cox is right there to call the action.
Well, Mark Nesbitt will come in with the number 30 car, and this is the car that you guys have seen in at least 2 other paint schemes in previous years. This is a very old race car. Now, Mark wrecked his primary car at Altamaha, North Carolina just last week. Well, he loaned that car out to Chad Baird just to start the race this evening so Chad could score some points. In the meantime, Mark had to go back and pick up this car. This is a very old car. I've seen this car take a couple of pretty hard punches, and it's been re-clipped on both ends. So to come out here and put forth a fantastic qualifying effort with this machine in 7th position tonight is really a testament to what this crew can do. These guys are veterans, and they've been working with subpar equipment for a long, long time, and they're used to it. They can't even drive their new car out here tonight. And look what Mark is doing in the 7th place machine.
Nesbitt had the lead. He was battling with Mike Herman's 16 car for the point for several laps. That'll leave Herman all alone out in front. We'll be right back with more at Jennerstown. Back on Speed Vision, our coverage of the USAR Hooters Pro Cup Series, the Naturally Fresh Dressing 200 presented by Rolling Rock tonight here at Jennerstown Speedway. I'm Rick Benjamin, Scott Sutherland alongside, Stephen Cox on pit road. And there's Mike Herman in the 16. He just picked up the Halfway Leader Award, $1,000, 5 bonus points for the Lucas Oil Products Halfway Leader Honors. He's led 6 laps so far. We've had 4 lead changes in the first half of our 200-lap chase tonight. Herman will lead the field to green on the outside of the front row for the restart. Coming up, if you'd like to catch some live USAR Hooters Pro Cup action, here are the places you can do it. Coastal Plains in Jacksonville on the 28th of April. Thompson, Connecticut, the 6th of May. Peach State in Georgia on the 12th. Louisville on the 19th. and then Hickory Motor Speedway on the 26th of May. Looking for a restart to begin the second half of tonight's chase here at Jennerstown. Herman puts the pedal to the mat, and here we go.
Herman and Charlie Ford have not made their pit stops yet, so there's a little bit of pit strategy going to play out a little bit different here.
And there's the 92 of Courier and the 28 of Smith, and they stopped very early for cars. We'll see how that plays in their behalf here in the second half of the event. Meantime, Herman out in front, and look at Ford coming back from that early trouble to run in second spot. He led in the first half tonight. Clemens in the 15 there. Heavy damage to that car during an early incident. They've got it buttoned back up, and Clemens is pretty quick.
Well, Clemens has no sway bar, and you can see the way it rolls over so hard. They had to take that off. I've asked Bill, I said, why do you drive so hard that late in racing? He said, Scott, that's for every kid that can't walk. I'm never going to give up.
Wow, that's a terrific statement that he has made. As we watch the 42 of Brian Vickers roll back down pit road, Clemens second in that group, not second on the board right now as we take you through our full field as we just start the 101st, 102nd lap. Tinvaney is out after that wreck earlier. Meantime, Ford trying to work his way by Clemens' machine, get up and challenge Herman, and so far he's been unable to do that. Herman just driving away here at the top of the second half of the situation. Stephen Cox on pit road getting ready to talk to one of the members of Brian Vickers' crew, Kevin Steele, who works on the crew, is also the spokesman for Vickers. Let's go to Stephen.
Kevin, you guys had a full load of work to do with that race car. I thought that Brian was getting out of the car, maybe going to stay out.
Yeah, we were gonna, but it was just the radiator and the toe was bent a little bit, so we got to fix back up. And this is our first points race, so we got to get out there and run for points. First couple races, we were just doing it, to get some laps, get some seat time for the new car and basically a new team this year. So we got the Stewart water pump car back together and went back out there and doing the points field now.
They're doing a good job, I would say. They fought through some adversity tonight, and they've got the car ready to come back up on the racetrack.
Well, the points are so important. You have to get every lap you can. You never know when the next guy's going to fall out. But changing a radiator when it's that hot is no easy task.
No, indeed. Beauchamp Jr. there in the 60, the 00 of Hill, battling for 6th and 7th. Reagan Smith in the 28th, running 5th. This is maybe the best battle on the racetrack right now.
Well, young Beauchamp Jr. has come from the CASCAR series, which is north of the border, and he understands how to run these big races, and that is a Mopar, which we haven't mentioned all night.
Marty Lindley up there in fourth. You got a glimpse of the 01 car tracking down into turn 3. Regan Smith doing a nice job in that 28 car after that early pit stop back around lap 70 for his tires. Can he make them last 130 laps?
Well, I think this place is going to be all about track position, and the thing is, they may have to make an adjustment early on and take. A lot of these guys didn't know what was going to happen. They practiced this afternoon. The racetrack was wet. It was cool. Now tonight, the racetrack is probably going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and they had to make some changes. Come in, get your changes done, get your 4 tires. If it doesn't work out, you still get another opportunity. But I think they're going to try to play this to the end, and I think it was the right call.
Donnie Hill in the 00, very strong, trying to find his way around Beauchamp's 60 cars. They work down into turn 3. You've got Smith right there as well as they fight for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Hill takes a look to the outside, but Beauchamp will swing up to the high groove and block the road for him. But Hill's not giving up. He's going to work that high groove here for a while, it looks like.
Well, what happens here is everybody's about the same speed, and you're just trying to find a little inch here or a little inch there and get an edge, and then you just hope that they're going to give you the groove.
These Hooters Pro Cup machines put out about 550 to 600 horsepower. They're good off the turns, but because the rules are so tight and the inspections are so good by the Hooters Pro Cup officials, there's not a lot of mechanical advantage in any of these cars.
Well, there's no advantage. They've got an aerodynamic package that's similar. Like you said, the engines are similar. We all race on the same tires. It really comes down to communication between that race car driver, his race car, and how he's going to tell his crew chief what the heck's going on out there.
And some very tight action, what you expect to see in the Hooters Pro Cup Series. And Hill finally is able to draw alongside Beauchamp coming out of 4. He shoulders his way around to get the spot as they hit turn 1. So Donnie Hill making progress up through the field in the 00 car, now moving into 6th position. And next he'll go to work on Smith.
And that was on the outside. Now, that's no easy task because Beauchamp's not going to give that up easy. We're into the stage of the race where there's not near as much give and take, and we're going to race to the end now.
There's Smith on the outside leading Hill. They go around the lap car, the 49 machine. Todd Hoddick, we saw him spin earlier. And look at Hill to the inside, driving it deep into the corner in 3rd.
Well, Reagan Smith come in early. We noted earlier he came in early and got his tires. Now, he might be on that border where we made over an adjustment, or maybe I'm just burning my tires up just a little bit here.
And Hill goes right on by, not for 3rd, but for 5th spot. Meantime, back up in front, it's Mike Herman in the 16th. From 11th to 1st here, and about 120 laps of action tonight in Jennerstown.